Welcome back everyone to the fields of Perthshire in bonnie Scotland. And on the back of finding a little hammered silver coin in a beautiful 18th century George II farthing, I think it was, I have returned, but I have brought two amigos. We have got Albert the beginner on the right hand side, and we have got Martin tearing away up the hill. So we just started. Fingers crossed we're going to turn up one or two nice other finds. We've got more fields to choose from. We've got 5 or 6 fields in and around where we are. So we will do our best and see if we can turn up some relics. Both Martin and I, as usual, were on the XP Goldmax Power V4, and Mr. Albert is on the, what's he on? A Garrett AT Pro International. Let's see how we do. I have got myself an ancient relic. Initially I thought, oh, nice little coin, but you've guessed it. It is our good friend, the 4-hole button. These are often the ones that have got some writing on them. So let's give it a wee rub-a-dub, and it definitely looks like there's going to be some detail there, so see if we can make out a name. There is writing on both sides. This side's completely gone. The other side, it looks like it says Elliot and Son, but I cannot make out the other word. Looks like an L, an O, an N, a D. It's not going to be London, surely. But then again, it could be. Anyway, it's a button. Date-wise, probably going to be sometime in the late 18 into the beginning of the 1900s, I'm guessing. But it's a find. We have got the dreaded bottle top. It didn't sound good, but look at that for a tagline. Still aid makes thirst a joy. I bet it does. This one is quite erratic. Doesn't seem like a massive target, so I don't know. It could be a coin, but it could be a shallow bit of aluminium. Let's have a look and see. I think we have coin number 1. It was a very shallow target. I mean, I barely scraped 1.5 inches off, give or take. You can see the greenery, and that looks like a coin, not a button. And that is a coin. Looks like a head looking to the... oh no, it's not. It's looking to the left. It's Gorgeous George. Oops, I've scratched it with a spade. Damn it. That was definitely me. That's because the ground's so stony. Look, I've just caught the corner. It's because it was shallow. I couldn't quite narrow down where it was. Right, let's give it a wee clean up. It's probably going to be sometime in the First World War through into the 1930s, but let's give it a clean up and see. It is a coin. First coin of the dig for me. You can barely make it out, but it would say half and penny. You can see Britannia, kind of. The date would be down here, but it's completely gone. I'm guessing it would be sometime probably in the... when did he come to the throne? I think 1909, give or take. And I think he died in 1936. And on the other side, it's in even worse condition because I've hit it with a spade. Well done, John. And George V, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith and Emperor of India. George V married his dead brother's fiancée. He changed the royal family's name from Saxe-Gotha-Coburg to Windsor, and he was also technically murdered by his own physician so that his death could be reported in the morning papers. So there you go. 3 of his highlights of his life and death. But at the end of the day, It might be battered, but it is still a coin. We catch up with Martin. He's got himself a little lead seal. It's got a shape on it, which we don't know what that is. And it's got the number 12 on the other side. Normally these are Russian and they've got a date on them, but not this one. Probably off of a bag of fertiliser or something along those lines. If anyone knows, let us know in the comments. Date wise, probably going to be sometime in the 1750s through to the late 1800s tends to be the date of these. And another relic for Martin. He's got himself a door handle. Nearly dropped it, shock horror. Or he's got himself a handle of some description. Who knows? Junk. And another Martin find. This, I think, is the back of a padlock. I don't think it's the front, because I'm sure this is the type that if the front with the keyhole would be in the middle, so I'm guessing this is the reverse. Old-fashioned padlock. Probably going to be sometime in the 18 into the beginning of the 1900s. Maybe it was on a treasure chest. Let's find out. We have opted to change fields because working our way through those broccoli stubs was a nightmare. So all three of us have followed suit and we've all jumped into the field next door, which is more of a sort of wild grass meets stubble. So fingers crossed. First signal for me right here was a beautiful can of Iron Brew, Scotland's other national drink. So happy times. It can't get any worse. This one sounds not bad. If I can figure out where it is. Yeah, might actually be a big bit of iron, but let's see. The ground is very hard to dig, very stony, but thankfully it wasn't particularly deep. Seems to be in a clod somewhere. Nope. You know what, it might... it's this bloody thing again. Right, it's out. I don't believe it. I think we might actually have a coin or a button. I think it's a coin. If that is a coin, I don't believe it because it didn't sound even remotely like a coin. Peel it off, if it will come. It is a coin, you know that? I think it's a Georgian coin because of the edge. It's got this sort of little raised edge around it, and I think it is. I think that could be a George, maybe George the Third. There's a wee line at the bottom there. With a bit of luck, we'll get a wee date. Can't believe it. Right, let's give it a wee clean up and see. It is pretty far gone. I can make out the odd tiny bit of detail on the back, including the line at the bottom where the date would have been. But this side is just about as bad. There's some traces of something going on. There's the odd letter I can kind of make out around the edge. But I really don't know. I would guess it's probably going to be a George the First, George the Second, maybe a George the Third, but I think first or second because of the unusual shape and the sort of quite thin edge. Could be earlier, it could be a Gavillium, a William, or a William and Mary. But it is a coin, so let's look on the bright side. And it's a good chance that probably dates sometime between the latter half of the 1600s through into, around about 1760. So it's got a bit of age to it. Again, I had another dodgy signal there, but I decided to dig it because there's not masses of signals in this field. Initially I thought I've got another coin, but it's not. It is a ring for canvas or leather, I think. Yes, it is. But surprisingly how bad that sounded. So I've just changed the settings on my machine because there's a lot of iron contamination and a lot of hot rocks as well, in the hope we can winkle out some of the better signals. Let's see what happens. Albert has got himself a coin, which we think is foreign, possibly Dutch. It says, we think, Juliana Koningin, Konigin, I think. Der, is that Netherlands or something like that it's going to say there? Yeah, Der Nederlanden, so it is. And you can see a figure looking to the right hand side, just. And on the other side, it says 1977, 1977. And I think it's either a 20 or a 25 cents. So if there's anyone from the Netherlanden that follows me, do let me know. Not a particularly old coin. I'm guessing someone probably here on their holidays, working in the fields. Still, it's a coin. And Albert has done it again. He's got himself a little Scottish hammered coin. Struggling to focus because the light is going. But it is a turner. A copper 2p hammered. And just make out a couple of letters there. Just about at the top. And this will reign from the time of Charles I or Charles II. So you're talking 1625. Charles I got his head chopped off in 1649. And his son, Charles II, was restored in 1660, I think it was. And he ruled until 1685. But that is a copper Scottish hammered coin called a turner. And there would be a thistle in the centre. Probably be able to see some detail if the light was better, but it isn't. And around the outside it would say, Nemo me impune lacessit. Who dare meddle with me, or who strikes me with impunity, or something like that. But basically it means if you prod me, then I will prod you right back. And I'm not sure what, there's definitely stuff going on, but it's very, very difficult to see with this light. But still, it's a coin, probably the best part of 350 odd years old. Well done. This is going to be my last signal. It's nearly pitch black.
A coin or a full tin can.
A full tin can.
Like, they give off a really good tool.
My last signal, and I think it's going to be a coin. Marty thinks a coin or a tin can. Tell you what, if it's a coin it could be silver, but let's see. Damn, that is the bottom of a tin can. But I think that is going to be us for today. That's not bad going. I definitely got, what did I get, 2 coins, a George V, a George the, possibly George the First, George the Second era. And it was actually Martin that got that little coin that we think's from the Netherlands, not Albert. And what else we had? What else did we have? Oh, the turner, the 2p, the Scottish copper 2p from Charles I or Charles II. So the sun is setting, and thank you all for watching. With a bit of luck, I'll push on to 7,000 subscribers. Oh, lost my focus again because it's so dark. There we go, it's back. So hopefully I'll push on to 7,000 subscribers over the next few days. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for your support. See you on the next dig.